Hello, this is Kevin Baker for Chromatic Blues Harmonica. This is part 3 on half valving a chromatic harmonica. This is a Hohner CX 12, and this is the inside of it. Okay, this is the top plate. I removed the bottom plate and I took it out of the shell. It's a little mouthpiece, shell, cover plate, whatever you want to call it. It's all three in one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain exactly what half valving is to begin with. Okay, so half valving is, you can see where some of the wind savers have been removed, and what that is, and some are not. On the outside of this reed plate, the only wind savers that are still there are holes 4 and 8. Okay. All right, well, let me do it this way so you know what I'm talking about. On the inside, okay, I'm going to take the cover. On the inside of the reed plate, it's the exact opposite. I left all of them on there except for holes 4 and 8. Okay, and the reason being for that is on holes 4 and 8, the blowhole is the higher note. Okay, and all the other holes, the draw note is the higher note. Okay, and so why I want one wind saver on and the other one off is because if on, like, say, hole 1 through 3, the draw note's the higher note. Okay, so if I remove the wind saver off the blow note, when I play the higher note, the lower note, the blow reed, will react with the draw reed, just as in a diatonic. On holes 1 through 6, the draw note is higher than the blow note. So when you bend, you're not just bending the draw reed. The blow reed is actually bending backwards. Okay, so the draw reed and the blow reed, those two are bending. They're bending together. This is the draw reed, and this is the blow reed. Well, the blow reed's bending backwards, and the draw reed's bending down. That's how you get that note that is in between the two. They're actually bending simultaneously towards each other. Okay, and this does a similar thing. It's not the same thing, because in a diatonic harmonica you have the one hole. You have the blow notes, the blow reed is on the top and the draw reed plate is on the bottom. Okay, the draw reed is riveted on the outside, and the blow reed the blow plate's up here, and it's riveted on the inside of it. So they will bend towards each other, but there's no way they can't hit. All right. On this, they can't hit because they're next to each other. Okay, they're in the same hole, but this is the draw, this is the blow. All right. So when I play a draw reed, if I just do it without trying to bend, it just sounds normal. If I do it trying to bend, I know it sounds a little leaky right there, but it's, granted, I don't have any screws in it, and I don't have any mouthpiece. I've never actually practiced it without a mouthpiece on. Let me try to get this. Okay, so anyway, you get the idea. You get the more of the diatonic style sounding bend with that. Okay, and the one thing that I do to these harmonicas to try to get them a little more airtight so that it does that is I emboss them. Now, I don't do the regular embossing like most people do, and I'm not going to get into this too much. I know there's one other person that I know that does it this way, and I'm not going to say who it is, and I'm not going to get into all of that. I'm just going to tell you what I do, and I've been doing it. The only reason why I'm going to share this online is because I've been doing it, I think, before this person did it. And there's actually documentation somewhere, and like, as you know, if that person has a problem with me sharing this, then I will share that. But until then, I'm not going to get into any of that. All right, what I do is this is the draw reed right here. And everyone in every video that you can watch on YouTube will show you how to emboss, and they'll show you how to emboss over that reed. What I do is I emboss this side of it, okay? I do not emboss over the side where it's riveted. And I use a 7/16 deep well 1/8 inch drive socket. All right, and I start from the tip of the reed. Of course, the reed's on the other side of the reed plate, but I start on that side just off the slot, and I kind of put a little pressure. So if anything, I'm pushing that tip down and into the slot a little bit, and then I do my embossing all the way to the rivet pad and back. And I don't go too heavily. I go pretty lightly. And then I put it up to a light and just to see if I did anything or not. And I go lightly, and I'll do it 2, 3, 4 times, you know, because I only want to do it a little bit. I don't want to emboss that much. Just a little. It doesn't take that much, especially with new harmonicas. These harmonicas are very airtight. They're very good. But to make it do what I just did, it does need a little bit of embossing. Okay? And this is a double-edged sword. You can't emboss too much because it changes the tone of the harmonica. I don't care what anyone tells you, it's true. It changes the way the harmonica sounds. You don't get something for nothing. If you gain air tightness, what you lose is a little bit of the organic type of dark, airy tone that a harmonica naturally has. Okay, what you can do to balance that is you can gap it a little bit more. You know, and that actually does work. But instead of, you know, there's a fine line, and you've got to do it. You've got to practice. You've got to do it a lot to figure out where that sweet spot is of gapping and embossing and centering reeds. You know, some of these you can buy expensive harmonicas, and then you put it up to a light, and the damn reed it doesn't align up with the slot. It was riveted in the wrong spot, and someone at the factory just said, "Well, we'll crook it off to the side a little bit, and yeah, that'll be good enough." Yeah, that's great for, you know, 80% of the people that buy harmonicas, but what about the other 20% that actually want to play professionally and want an instrument to work? So, 2 ways of handling that. You can emboss the slot around the reed, and as long as it's not too bad, I can do that. I've done that. Of course, you can't do it with the socket that way, which I don't like. I can use a punch, and I don't like doing it that way. I like using the socket because I've looked closely with a microscope in the slot, and it puts a very, very uniform embossing pattern in the slot. Okay, so you know if the side that you're looking at looks that way, you know that if you're looking from the other side, what's happening is instead of it has more of a figure like this, which is when the reed's getting sucked through the slot and it hits where that embossing is a little bit of that motion in the slot. It's directing the airflow to the reed. See, and that's where you get the efficiency of embossing. Not only are you tightening the slot up, which a lot of people see previously. Everything that you see online, most everything. I haven't watched all the videos, and I don't care to. Most of the videos which talk about tightening the slot up. Well, it's not just tightening the slot up. It's redirecting airflow, because that's what you're doing. You have to tighten the slot up a little bit, but if you can only tighten the slot up half the amount that a lot of people think you can, and you do it in a manner that redirects the airflow to the reed and makes it efficient so you don't change the tone too much, now now you're on to something. Now you can make things work and not change the tone too much, and that's the best of both worlds. So that's what I've been experimenting with for quite some time now, and I'm just, I just found it's time to start sharing this stuff. There's a lot of people out there that are in the same boat that I was in a long time ago. They can't afford to send their harmonica off to someone and spend $250 to make it play better. And that's the only reason why I got good at this, is because I never could and I never did. So that's why I'm doing this. All right. So and the next part, what I'm going to do is I've already tuned this, so I'm going to put it together and I'm going to test it, before I make a video, and make sure it plays well, and then I'll play through a couple of my toys and we'll see how it sounds. All right. Thank you.